All right, man, Torture Talk. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope I'm your alarm clock to wake y'all up. Good morning, good morning. If you ain't working, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you should be at work, nigga. Get to the job, take care of those kids you got. You know what I mean? Get out there and work, nigga. So good morning to everybody. This is the 8 a.m. show. You know what it is? So today I'm going to be talking about Lil Yachty, going through the timeline of what happened between him and his friends. I thought this was a very fascinating video, breakdown about him and what's going on. And I like this guy videos too. So before I get into that, you know I got to get my spill. This is Torture Talk, the 8 a.m. show. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you're not subscribed, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful ladies, single beautiful ladies, put one in the chat. All the new guys, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. You know what I'm saying? They right there waiting for y'all to shoot y'all shot. Just don't harass them. You know what I'm saying? Get in there and be like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we bringing people together over here. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content, and that is absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, it helps out the channel. Links will be on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Also, Cash App, PayPal is in the description. All that good stuff. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers. Now I'm over 9,000. I'm going to be 10,000 very soon. Congratulations to me. Congratulations to y'all. Congratulations to all of us because we made this happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just that. We made this happen. All the people in the comments, y'all made this happen. You know what I'm saying? We over here. We agree to disagree. We agree. We don't agree. Sometimes y'all call me out. Sometimes I comment, be like, yo, it is what it is. I love y'all, man. Y'all mean? Y'all made it great. So look, we're going to get right into this. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me know where you from. You know what I'm saying? Baton Rouge. I seen somebody from Nigeria. Fucking Nigeria. Nigga. Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So look, man. If y'all see the guy from Nigeria, make sure y'all say hello to him and all that good stuff. All right, so let's get to it, man. We gonna do this, and we'll be back to discuss. All right, yeah, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's do it.
All these members, except for the fact that I just lied to you. This member. Meet Lil Yachty. He formed a group called the Concrete Boys, consisting of all these members, except for the fact that I just lied to you. This member ain't a member no more, and that's where our problems begin. Her name is Karrahbooo, and she was recently kicked out of the group. Why? Well, be patient. We finna get to that. See, Lil Yachty had a problem. When he kicked her out, it became a big thing because they didn't announce why. Suddenly, Karrahbooo starts posting stuff saying, like, y'all finna see. Everyone like, see what? She like... Everybody say, Yachty, what's she talking about, bro? Yachty said, I wish her the best. Bless. So everybody forgot about it until the interview. See, Lil Yachty and his best friend Mitch have a podcast together where rappers come in and they talk to them. So Key Glock comes in one day. Them folk talking, and Lil Yachty and his best friend start getting into a heated discussion. Look at Key Glock posture. That man's sitting there going, damn. Because at one point, Lil Yachty said,
yeah, I seen that interview, and it's all over the place. And I think what Lil Yachty tried to do is he tried to, I ain't gonna say press his friend, but he tried to like really saying, well, look, you ain't shit without me. That's basically what he was saying. Like, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, I'm the real reason why you're where you're at. And if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be nowhere. It's kind of like doing something for somebody and throwing it in their face. And I know a lot of women, y'all hate that. You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all gonna relate to that. Y'all hate when guys do shit for you and throw it in your face. Try to remind you that he did something for you. It's like, oh, well, you wouldn't be shit without me. That's kind of like what Lil Yachty did to his friend. That's so disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? On so many different levels, because you can't do something for somebody genuinely and then turn around and use it against them in an argument, trying to act like you keeping it real. Like, well, I'm only keeping it real. Like, let's be real here. Let's be real. Like, no. What it is you felt some type of way carrying this nigga. That's what happened. And now you have an opportunity to let him know how you really felt about it. It's nothing to do with really doing something for someone genuinely, because you would never do that if you did it for them genuinely. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the person is saying shit like, well, you never did nothing for me anyway, then I can understand why you would say, remind them, I put the shoes on your feet, nigga, when you ain't had no shoes to walk in. I can understand that. But if you are, let's say, talking to someone and y'all talking about something that's totally not related to you, and then you got to remind them that the situation you was in, I got you out of it. Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Where would you be without me? But wait, it wasn't just for no reason. The conversation was about how do people make it out of the hood, listen closely, with not many options. So Mitch, Yachty's friend, was saying, I would tell people don't do anything crazy and just try to make it out. Lil Yachty's like,
no, that's sensible. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing. We need people to tell people this. You know what I'm saying? We need people to tell people, don't do nothing stupid. Just find a way. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it going.
You had options, though. Lil Yachty, was your option. This one to start getting heated. His boy Mitch goes, well, what do you want me to say to the people I need to say it to? Lil Yachty goes, I'm not saying what I want you to say. I'm just saying you can't say what you just said. Key Glock goes, snap. In fact, Key Glock tries.
See what I mean? So it's like, you can't tell people not to try to find a way out, because you had options and your option was me. So you can't tell people not to try to find a way out. That's such a backwards way of thinking the shit. It's like basically you're saying the only reason why you got out is because you had a rich friend. But if you don't have a rich friend, chances are you won't get out. So don't even waste your time telling people to try to find an option to get out, because you just won't get out. The option could be them going a different route. That's an option. They could take a different route. They don't have to always take the same route. You know what I'm saying? That everybody else took. That's what he was saying. And you totally shitted on his whole thing, because to me, Yachty is the type of guy that has to be in control of everything. He has to. You know what I'm saying? He has to.
To change the subject, saying, hey, Mitch, what would you say to me growing up? But Lil Yachty said, hold on, we're not done. Key Glock said, where's my phone? He then begins to explain his history with Mitch, which is very important for the Karrahbooo situation as well. Lil Yachty basically says, Mitch, you ain't had no job. You had the luxury of chilling in my crib until you figured out what you wanted to do. When you figured it out, the podcast, I helped make it happen. Mitch basically goes, all right, I guess. And they just continue the podcast like normal. But there's...
Now, you see, that's what I mean. You're saying that the guy's saying, I'm looking at it from his point of view, not Yachty's. He's basically saying, okay, I did these things and I had to find a way. You know what I'm saying? Yachty is saying, well, I was the only option you had because you didn't even want to work. You didn't want to do nothing. Okay, granted, I'll give Yachty that point. He didn't want to do anything. But the thing is, he did do something. He started the podcast. Now, you might have helped him do it, but that was his plan. That was his option. You know what I'm saying? You funded it, but that was his plan. The same thing when he's saying that other kids out there, they don't need to do this because he obviously didn't do that. So there's a way. It's not always just one way. It's several ways you can get out of this situation. You just got to figure it out. And maybe he didn't want to work a 9 to 5. I mean, he had the luxury of laying around. That's what Yachty is right about. But at the same time, look where he's at now. Now, if you're going to say, well, because Yachty put him there, so what? He still did something different from doing this. And that was his whole point.
More to it than that. See, Yachty has a history when it comes to working with friends. In fact, he had a group called the Sailing Team way back in the day that consisted of his friends. He spent millions on their music, but they then break up. Lil Yachty claims that they were all too lazy. It goes to how he met Karrahbooo. She started off as his friend and personal assistant. She said, Yachty. He said, yeah. She said, I want to make music. He said, let's do it. So he spends $900,000 on her come up. How do I know it was not?
That's crazy. Okay. Now, this is a little bit different And I see why. I see why Yachty is on an attack mode. You know what I'm saying? Again, given to the point that he made, I'm really not feeling throwing something in somebody's face when you offer it to them. But I understand a little bit more deeper down that Yachty is a person. All right, so how I put this. Just because you help somebody doesn't mean you want to help them. Some people help people just so they can say that they help somebody. It's no genuine thing behind it. It's nothing genuine behind it. It's kind of like going to church and only praising God because you feel like you don't want to go to hell. So you're only doing it because you don't want to go to hell, not because you really believe. That's how I feel about Yachty and all his friends. I feel like he's only doing it so he can say that he did something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people might think they take that as cool. That's good. But you can't offer somebody something and then when they take it, you throw it in their face. You know what I'm saying? That's the part I don't appreciate. You can help people. If they don't learn from it, then you move on. But let's keep it going.
900,000. Well, here's where it starts to get wicked. Lil Yachty hops on an Instagram live. Remember all that stuff that was happening with Mitch? Well, the internet went crazy. They were saying, how could you treat your best friend like that on your podcast? All that. So Lil Yachty hops on live. He says, I just woke up to me getting flamed on Twitter. I hit up my best friend, Mitch. This is Lil Yachty saying this. And I told him, why didn't you defend me on Twitter? Mitch said, don't worry about it. It's just Twitter.
Yo, again, now that just reinforced what I said. So basically, this is what Yachty is. This is what I'm getting from this whole thing. So Yachty is basically saying, like, I did all the shit for you, and I called you out, and I told you how I really felt. And then when people coming at me on Twitter, you don't even say nothing. You don't even defend me. You ain't come to my aid because, nigga, he ain't gonna help you because what you said. You basically shot the nigga down. Like, you can't be like, oh yeah, I want you to help me after I exposed you. It don't work like that. Like, what the hell?
Fire for that. I'm hot. Mitch, you ain't my dog. We ain't doing no more podcasts. People in the comments were saying, damn, because no one has ever seen Yachty like this in his decade-long career. Yachty goes, damn, I ain't finished. He then begins to talk about Karrahbooo. Because see, I've got to tell you something. While people were talking about the whole Mitch situation, somebody says, I see why Karrahbooo left the group. Someone else hops in and says, I asked her why she left, and she said they were bullying her. Everyone goes, Karrahbooo, bitch.
See? Listen, this is why you can't do business with your friends. Nope, you can't. Or so-called friends or whoever you believe is close to you, whatever. No, you can't. If you're going to help them, just help them and tell them to go away. You can't do business with them. You can't. I would go as far as saying you can't even have your family working under you. You can't. You can't do business with people because this is what happens, right? Now, I'm going to defend Yachty on this. Because I believe that he was wrong on some shit, but they also wrong too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just shoot them some bail and not shoot them. Like, look. So he's bullying you. So you left the group because he's bullying you, right? Even though he gave you all this money and he put you on, he's bullying you. He was bullying you. You get what I'm saying? It's like, people throw these words around. Now, I don't know if this is actually a thing. I don't know if Yachty was bullying her. I don't know. I mean, some will say the way he treated people, the way he treated his friend, he could be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if he's bullying her. But I do know that a lot of people throw these words out there so cavalierly, like, yo, you're bullying me, or he did this to me, or this and that. And then when you come to find out the real story, it's nothing what they said. It's not even remotely close. I've seen so many court cases and so many things where people accuse people of stuff, and that didn't even happen. And the judge came to them and said, if I didn't investigate this, you would have had people thinking that this person did this to you. And they didn't even do it. And they admitted that they didn't do it. So, listen, this right here is a prime example why you do not work with your family and friends. You know what I'm saying? You don't. Just give your family some shit and tell them to open their own shit. That's it. Or your friends.
He said, I was trying to tell y'all. Lil Yachty says, okay, I'm finna crash out. How about we talk about why I kicked you out of Concrete Boys in the first place? Because you, Karrahbooo, are a bully. You talk to everyone like they're beneath you, and I can't rock with that. Let's keep going. I wrote all of your songs. The On the Radar freestyle that got you famous, I wrote that. I'm finna upload proof. He uploads proof. He then goes on to say how she 900,000 in the hole. He then goes on to say things that maybe.
That's crazy. You $900,000 in the hole? 900,000? How are you $900,000 in a hole? How? What was you doing? What was you doing that you were $900,000? That's almost $1 million and you're in the hole. How? What did you do? Let a nigga give me $900,000. I'm going to come back and give him the 900,000 back, and I'm going to have 25 million on top of that. How can you blow that? I don't understand it. What the fuck was you buying? Was you buying jewelry? Did you buy your mom a house, cars? How? How can you blow almost $1 million? How? I don't understand it. Some of you niggas, money, if you have that type of money, unless you are spending big, that's a lot of money and it's very hard to spend. At least for me, I'm a cheap motherfucker. I'm telling you now, ain't no way in the world somebody giving me 900,000 and I'm blowing that. I'm blowing that? Yeah, or whatever. I'm coming back with 25 to 26 or maybe 30 million and I'm giving that nigga back the money. Probably in a month or two. Ain't no way in the world I'm blowing 900,000. That's crazy.
He shouldn't have to say, like how his whole group, he dressed his whole group. His group said, why am I in it? Actually, no, they didn't say anything, but it led people to say, yo, Yachty, why you keep calling out these people like this, bro? They were calling him out for making it look like his friends can't do nothing on their own. And to be fair to Yachty, he didn't mean to call out his friends. He was just saying how much he does for people, which got people even more upset. So people said maybe he's not helping his friends for the right reasons. Mitch came out.
And that's the thing. You can't use that as an opportunity or your platform to call out your friends. That's a private thing. You privately talk to your friends about that. You know what I'm saying? You don't never discuss things like that because it's people always going to take the negative side of any story. It doesn't matter. Even if you're doing it for a good cause, they're going to make anything negative. They're going to put a spin on it. Oh, Yachty this, Yachty that. He don't give a fuck. He don't care. Because it comes off that way. That's the thing. So when he does stuff like that and said, well, I wasn't doing this, I was just calling out my friends, everybody that I help because I'm tired of helping everybody. Yeah. They eat that shit right up. They eat it right up. And now you done lost, well, I'm gonna say one friend, maybe the other girl, but they probably wasn't even your friends anyway, to be honest with you. They probably just was around because you was doing stuff for them. Maybe, who knows?
I said, Yachty is a great friend. People said, shut up. You just want the podcast to come back. He sunned you. Karrahbooo said, see, Yachty be bullying people. People said, shut up. You don't make your own music. And you just playing the victim. So what did we learn? I don't think anything really.
Yeah, man. Links will be in the description, you know, the source. Great channel, man. You know what I'm saying? I just think that when you do something for somebody and you're doing it from the heart and it's genuine, then that's what it should be. It should always just stay there. You know what I'm saying? But working with your family and friends that's a no-go. That's a no-go. No. You know what I'm saying? Because unless y'all did it together, if y'all did it together, that's something different. If your family, let's say you come into a family business or you and your brother open a carpet cleaning company or something. You know what I'm saying? That's different. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all came in it together. Y'all built it together. But you have a company and you hire your family. Niggas will be showing up to work late. They'll be calling out. They'll be coming in whenever they feel like it. Then you be like, yo, man, you can't be coming in late. Oh, man, it's only an hour, bro. Why are you worried about it? Ain't nobody here anyway. You know what I'm saying? You always bugging, bro. Stop bugging, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I can see that now. I can see that shit now. And then how you fire your family, and then they go tell your other part of the family, he fired me. And then they calling you, why did you fire such and such? You like, well, he was coming to work late. Well, you know, that's your family, though. You got to understand, they got 3 kids, and they can't do, like, it's going to be 1,000,001 excuses. And it goes for your friends, too. I would even say the family is probably the worst. But the friends are just as bad. They're just as bad. Your friends will do the same shit. Same shit. Show up late. Oh, bro, why you worried? Bro, it's cool. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. I used to have this ex-girlfriend. I know I'm boring with my story. I'm sorry. I used to have this ex-girlfriend. And one of her sisters owned a salon. And she used to come to work 2-3 hours late every day. And she'll hit me up and be like, I think my sister mad at me. And I'll be like, why? She's like, I don't know. I showed up to work late. And I'm like, why are you showing up to work late? Oh, I was tired. And she'll get over it. Yeah. And then the sister ended up firing her. And they had a fight. Like a fist fight. And it's like, this is what I'm talking about. That's why you can't. No, Yachty, no. I put all the fault on Yachty. Because you built this. You made the monsters. You know what I'm saying? Even though I could understand you coming into it, you say, I'm going to put all my niggas on. I got y'all, man. When I get on, yeah, that sound good. But to a nigga who don't appreciate shit and motherfuckers who don't care and they just run all over you and they don't have nothing and never had nothing and would never learn how to money manage or all that shit, yeah, they going to fuck your shit up. They'll burn your whole shit down. That girl that he was fucking with, she would burn the whole shit down if she could. She would. Because she feel a certain way. She will burn that shit to the ground. She wouldn't even care. So, I blame it all on Yachty, man. Gotta get some better friends, nigga. And stop doing shit for niggas. For real. Make them work for it. Then pay them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just give shit to niggas. All right, man, I'm out of here. 12 o'clock show coming up. See y'all. Peace. Bye.